starts with a spark, late night talks till it gets too dark. Profile pics perfect and clean, but not everything is what it seems. Typing sweet, saying all the right things, baby you're my queen, let's buy rings. But love bombs drop way too fast, that fairy tale can never last. They say the right words, but something feels wrong, moving too quick like it's a love song. Ask for your trust, then ask for more. Next thing you know, they're at your door. Behind the screen, they're not always who they say. Wolves in a DM trying to lead you astray. Be smart, take it slow, don't give it all away. Hearts get broken or worse, you might pay. Behind the screen, there's a danger unseen. Not all love's real in this online dream. Filters lie, but so do smiles. They hide the truth behind their profiles. Too good to be true, maybe it is. Predators mask themselves as a miss. They'll guilt trip, gaslight, twist your mind. Say no one will love you if you leave them behind. But real love don't move in fear. If it's not clear, get out of there. Guard your heart and guard your space. Not everyone deserves a place. In your world, your peace, your name. Don't let them play a dirty game. Behind the screen, they're not always who they say. Wolves in a DM trying to lead you astray. Be smart, take it slow, don't give it all away. Hearts get broken or worse, you might pay. Behind the screen, there's a danger unseen. Not all love's real in this online dream. FaceTime, meet up safe, bring a friend. If they rush it, that's a red flag again. Your worth ain't measured in hearts or likes. Real love sees you in real life. Behind the screen, keep your eyes wide. Trust your gut when something don't feel right. Swipe with care, don't fall too deep. Even nightmares can dress like dreams. FaceTime, meet up safe, bring a friend. If they rush it, that's a red flag again. Your worth ain't measured in hearts or lives. Real love sees you in real life.
The final showdown. Emily's quest for answers finally brought her face to face with the director's most trusted lieutenants. The truth about Jason's involvement and Max's mysterious actions was revealed, but nothing prepared her for the ultimate betrayal. When she and Lisa confronted the director, they learned that they had been pawns in a much larger game, a game where the stakes were life and death. The battle for Emily's identity, her life, and the truth behind the syndicate was coming to a head. The final confrontation would take everything Emily had: courage, wit, and an unyielding desire to survive. The unmasking. Emily couldn't shake the feeling that she was getting closer to the heart of the conspiracy. After discovering the hidden documents in the safe house, she knew there was more to Jason's involvement than he was letting on. Every step she took seemed to lead to another dead end, but one thing was for sure: the director wasn't just running a criminal syndicate. This was about something much larger, something far more sinister. One afternoon, as Emily sat in the dimly lit corner of the safe house, Lisa joined her with a strange look in her eyes. Lisa quietly. Emily, I think I found something. Emily looked up, her heart racing. Emily. What? What is it? Lisa pulled out a folder, similar to the one they had found earlier, and slid it across the table. The folder was labeled with a name Emily didn't recognize, Project Viper. Emily eyes widening. What's this? Lisa flipped open the folder, revealing more documents. Documents marked with classified stamps and redacted information. The pages inside described a secret government operation tied to illegal surveillance, mind control experiments, and the development of a new technology that could manipulate people's thoughts and actions. Lisa whispering, This is what the director's been after. Control. Power. Emily's mind was spinning. She had thought this was just a fight for survival. But now, she realized it was much bigger than that. This wasn't just about the director or the people she'd met. This was about a system designed to control and manipulate human behavior on a global scale. Emily's voice shaky. Is this why they want me? Lisa nodded, her eyes filled with concern. Lisa, you've been caught up in this because of something in your past, something you don't even know yet. They're using you, Emily. But if we can uncover the truth, we might be able to stop them. Emily's pulse quickened. Her entire life had been turned upside down, and she still didn't understand why she was involved. But she couldn't let it go. Not now. The hidden truth. That night, as they pored over the documents, Emily's mind wandered back to a conversation she'd had with Jason. He had mentioned that her past was tied to the director's plans. But what did that mean? In a moment of clarity, she remembered something strange, a visit she had gotten a year ago, long before all of this had started. A man in a suit had shown up at her apartment, claiming to be a government official. He had asked questions about her family history, her childhood, and her previous work in cybersecurity. At the time, it had seemed harmless, but now it felt like a puzzle piece she hadn't seen before. Emily turned to Lisa, her voice cold but determined. Emily, I think I know why they want me. It's not just about who I am. It's about who I was. Lisa looked confused but nodded for Emily to continue. Emily, a year ago, I was approached by someone who asked about my family history. I never thought anything of it, but now I realize they were testing me, probing for weaknesses. Lisa's eyes widened. Lisa, but what could you possibly have that they'd want? Emily shaking her head, realization dawning. I'm not sure yet, but I have to find out. We need to go to my parents' house. Lisa didn't hesitate. She grabbed her bag and they left the safe house, knowing that this journey could be a one-way trip. But they couldn't risk not knowing. The parents' secret. Emily and Lisa arrived at Emily's childhood home, an old Victorian house on the outskirts of the city. It had always been a place of comfort, but now it felt like a tomb. The lights were dim, the air stale. It felt abandoned. Emily whispering, Something's wrong, Lisa. My parents, they never leave the house. Lisa's expression darkened. Lisa whispering back, We should be careful. We don't know who's watching. As they entered the house, Emily felt a sense of unease creeping up her spine. It was quiet. Too quiet. The living room, once cozy and warm, was now covered in dust. There was no sign of her parents. They searched the house, room by room, but found no trace of her parents. Until Emily opened a door to the attic. The attic was dark, but as she stepped inside, a chill ran through her. The floor creaked under her weight, and the air was thick with the smell of old wood and mildew. On a dusty old table, there was a large folder marked Project Viper, complete. The contents of the folder were familiar: blueprints, photographs, and information about the mind control technology that the director had been after. Emily breathless. This is my parents' work. Lisa approached, her face pale. Lisa hushed. But why would they be involved in something like this? Before Emily could answer, There was a noise behind them, a door creaking open. They spun around to see a figure standing in the doorway. It was her father, but there was something wrong. His eyes were glazed over, distant. He wasn't the same man she had known. Emily, voice trembling. "Dad." Her father's lips parted, but instead of words, he let out a low, robotic tone. Father mechanically. "Emily, you were never meant to find this. It's too late now." Chapter 30. The truth behind the director. The truth behind the director. The chilling words from her father left Emily frozen in place. The last piece of the puzzle had just fallen into place. It wasn't just the director who had been pulling the strings, it was her own family, her own blood. Lisa stepped back, eyes wide with fear. Lisa whispering, "Emily, what is going on here?" Emily's heart pounded in her chest as she tried to piece everything together. The technology, the mind control, the manipulation, her family had been part of it all along. Her father stepped forward, his movements stiff and unnatural. Father emotionlessly. "You were always part of the plan, Emily. Your mother and our research was always meant for this. You were bred for this." Emily staggered back, trying to process the impossible truth. Emily, in disbelief. "No, you can't mean that. You can't have been involved in this." Her father's face remained blank, as though he were a puppet. "Father, we had to. It was the only way to stop the chaos, to control what's coming."